Hey, I'm KIC, and what do you do when you're thirsty? That's right. You go to the water cooler for a drink. So, get a nice little drink there and move along. We're, of course, at the residence, the manor, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And you'll see I've done a little bit of work around here. Not a lot, but I thought, you know, I've been talking about wanting to do this for a while, so why don't we at least get started on this? This is going to take a long time to do, assuming I ever get around to finishing this, because this is just going to be, I mean, you can see this is going to be days and days and days of placing blocks. I'm talking about game days, although depending on how crazy I want to get with this, this could be many real-world days too, so don't get me wrong there. I'm not saying it's not going to take time, but whatever. I've been talking about wanting to get like a big, I don't know, big foundation set up so that we can maybe have some walls and other stuff. Not just this as the walls, but I mean, that's kind of the walls of the manor at this point. Which originally I wasn't thinking in those terms, but then I decided, maybe it's time to go a little bigger. So here we are. I mean, that's basically the first row, and that took a lot of frames. And there's the video card going bonkers again. This game, something about it, I don't know. Maybe I need to get in there with the compressed air and attack the video card and the, well, everything in there. The old computerino might need to be dusted or something. Because it's not really any hotter today than it has been, but it's crazy. If you haven't heard the fan spin up on the 2000 series cards, holy crap. Well, holy crap, at least for mine. Maybe if you don't have a Founders Edition one, which we can talk about how that was a dumb idea. But just the same, man, those fans are loud and just obnoxious. I mean, they just, wah! That's crazy, because that's never been the case. So this is a new affectation of this system, but whatever. My computers inevitably always have some sort of weird thing going on with them. Doesn't matter. It just always ends up being the case. Everything will work just fine, but there's always some weird thing going on that I never can quite figure out why it's doing that, other than, I don't know, bad driver, bad combination of hardware, something along those lines. There come the fans again. Wah! I don't know if you could hear them. I was being quiet there just in case, because they're really quite delightful. You should hear them. I think what I might need to do is kick over to my other thingy majigger program type thing and maybe kick up the fans a little more on the manual side. That is one thing I will say I don't like about these cards, or at least this Founders Edition card. I don't feel it's aggressive enough on the fans. I don't want it to be super duper aggressive, but it should be more aggressive, okay? Got that, NVIDIA? More aggressive. Because you don't want it running hot, because then it bottlenecks, because it starts to throttle, has to throttle itself because it's hitting its thermal limits, so, you know. Anyway, this is a bit of a start here. I don't think I'm going to do, well, we only have 48 more blocks, whatever. It won't take that long, right? We'll just kind of put them out front here. I'm not sure how big a foundation we need. I mean, the problem with this, or the consideration with this, that's a better word, it's not a problem. The consideration with this is the larger you go in terms of the more square footage or square meters that you put down, the more materials you're going to need for a wall. So it's just kind of something to keep in mind. And right there, we are done. Now, I have a ton more of cobblestone blocks here, so probably what I ought to do is just queue up another 200 or so of these. That's basically what I did. I just made 200 of them. We just slapped down 210 because I had 10 on hand beforehand. There you go. We'll just put a couple more down. I didn't mean to put that one there. I'm going to blame the cat. She wasn't watching out for me. She's been too freaked out by the video card and its, I don't know, crazy spinning up and blowing hot air sort of thing. I don't know. It's what video card fans do, right? So I'm going to leave it right there. We don't need to put any more out. But I do want to take a moment to just say, doesn't this look nicer? I mean, I would agree with you that those don't look very good. And we can paint them so that you'll never know they're wood. Or we can upgrade them and paint them to look like wood. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of like, what do you think? What should it look like? It's funny. Alternate recording cat is hanging out over by the back of the computer where the video card is its loudest as it spins up, and she is looking like, what is that? It's funny because standard recording cat was doing that last time it happened. Go figure. Anyway. Let's go drop off the cobblestone stuff. We might need to go take a quick detour to find some additional components and things, because we're starting to get a little light on some more of the other things that I'm going to want and or need in the relatively near future. So we'll go take a look at that stuff. Or go try to find what we need. I don't know. I should also mention I did repair the auger in case you're not sure why it's suddenly all full on its status again. I mean, fairly obvious, I think, but just in case, I'll throw that out there. So let's head out and we're going to go find some stuff. First stop on the tour of finding parts is the Poopy Pants Daycare, which, curiously enough, we've pretty sure been in here. That's going to be a waste, but that's fine. I'll pick it up. Really? Jerk. No. You're done. And I know you were done, and I didn't need to give you the extra doneness, but I just wanted to make sure. Ma'am. Ah, jeez. I have no aim! What happened to my aim? Here, let's conserve some shotgun shells. We'll just go ahead and put some arrows in faces. Hey, farmer guy. Give me my arrow back. And I did. That's the funny thing. Even though he didn't have a face to hold the arrow, I still got it back. Are you done? Thank you. Thank you. I should probably check. How is this guy doing? 31%. It's going to need to be repaired soon. Well, here's the reason I came out here. It was really just to tear this guy apart in the hopes of getting an engine. And probably some headlights, too. I think we might need some headlights, so we'll grab some of those. So I did see an engine in there. Did we get more than one? Because that would be spectacular. Nur eins. Go ahead and tear this guy apart. Meanwhile, the truck slowly comes to a stop as it continues kind of rolling. Truck kept a rolling all night long. Meanwhile, still making some blocks. There's another engine, so this is good. This is turning out to be a pretty fruitful trip, I must say. So we get rid of that guy. How you doing over here? Crazy man. Put you down. Crazy woman. Put you down. Crazy exposed brain lady. About right there. Should put you down. That's what I thought. Some days I have a good aim. Some days I have bad aim. Some days I just have both. Maybe it's down to the weapon choice. I don't know, whatever. It's all good. We're getting pretty good amounts of crap from here. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, well, okay, no, just the two engines. I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised maybe if we got another, but we did not. I didn't see it pop up, and I didn't want to assume that one was in there, and it was just so overflowing with loot that there wasn't room to list it, but nope, that wasn't the case. So let us continue on down the road. Watch it, Yucca. Don't jump out in front of me like that. That's dangerous, don't you know? My bad. This is where I shouldn't have mouse steering on. This is bad, okay? So here, we'll turn mouse steering oof. Turn it oof, so that we are on keyboard steering, and I will remember to steer. Theoretically. Oh wow, this road has seen some better years, I'm pretty sure. How you doing? Can I ask you, do you have anything of interest for me? You do. Holy crap, buddy. Way to go. Don't give in to peer pressure. I like that. Be yourself. Contain shotgun shells if that's what you need to carry. Here, we'll check one more car. We're not going to go crazy on the car front today. Just go ahead and park right there. I might grab a couple yuccas, though. Yuccas? No. aloes. Hey! Hey, 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 hey! Ah, dang it. Dang it! I don't know what's happening with my truck. But there's an arrow sticking out of it. This is dumb. I have permanently affixed an arrow to the truck. Pretty sure. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Don't question it. Just run with it. Here, let's just keep slamming this thing. I know, it has loot in it. We'll check in a moment. If there's anything, it'll drop in the bag anyway, so whatever. Matters not. I'm gonna assume it didn't have anything in it, because it would have dropped a bag, and if that's no longer how it works, so be it. I'll take some aloes here, because I have used a lot of healing bandages in the last several days, so, you know, we could always use a few more. And this one will work right here. Boom, done. Okay, let's go back to base. Now, technically, I didn't say which base, so we're back at this one. If you haven't figured it out by now, the reason I wanted engines is because I think we're going to have a little more... Yeah, we're going to have a little more power draw here, so we probably should place... Let's see, let's do things here. Let's turn you into an aloe cream. Let's get that rolling, and then I think somewhere here I should have some more electric fence posts. We're going to put the rest of these guys down. And I'm going to try to take my time to make sure I don't place them sideways or something silly like that, because that would be my luck. Right? So that looks good. And I could have placed that one right there. I figure it's probably best not to. So those guys are all placed. I'm still not sure what I want to do with all these right here, so... I guess what I should do is pick these up for the time being. I'll take those. I'll leave the other ones just in case I decide to leave them there. I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to join things, and I guess it doesn't really matter where, if things end up going from outside to in or inside to out. It really doesn't make that much difference, but whatever. I did make some wet concrete arrow slits, so these are going to go right here, so we're going to pop them down... I guess we want them... How do we want them? Do we want them like this? I forget which way you want them. I guess this way. If they're going to be on the inside, this would be the better way to do it on the inside. Can I do an arrow... Can I do an arrow loop with anything that doesn't require... There we go. It's mainly looking to make them in my inventory. Here, let's make a first aid bandage, so we'll do that. First aid bandage craft. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. I'm just trying to tell here. Here, let me do it this way. Let me put one down right there, right there. And put one... It's not really a fair comparison, though. Because I could do it like that, or... I could do it like that. That really doesn't give me any options, so I guess clearly this is the better choice. Okay. That's fine. I just couldn't remember. I mean, this to me makes sense, but there is a limitation for how far you can go. And I mean, really, this should be the way it goes because, you know, the angle and all that, but I don't know. I just wanted to be sure. Couldn't remember. So we're going to end up placing... I kind of almost just want to hang these off somehow. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I guess technically we could do that. And we could place them like this, so that they're just hanging off the building and you get the full expanse of this range right here. That... I kind of like the sound of that. Kitty, I kind of like the sound of that. I've never quite done them like that before, so why not? I want to give it a whirl. Maybe this is a bad idea. I mean, these things aren't the strongest thing in the world, so there is always that issue. I didn't make any frames, did I? Because I have an idea of how to reinforce them from the bottom, just in case something happens and those blocks get destroyed. I do have an idea of how to reinforce them, but I'd prefer to do it with ramp frames or something similar. I guess we could always do like little concrete half blocks or something. Maybe do something like that. That would work. Probably even do an 8th block and that would be fine, or the wet concrete pole. I mean, basically anything that's just going to be concrete and provide a little more structural integrity. That's kind of all I'm looking for at this point. I don't want to weigh that down too much, so I think I'm going to leave that as is. And then I do find myself with an interesting question. Crap, I didn't mean to do that. That totally doesn't make any sense right there, so duh. Oh wow, you do have a lot of durability even though you are still trying to set. My bad. Well, I'm going to need at least one more of those probably. Reload. And I guess I could just do one more arrow slit underneath, and that would attach. That would be fine too. That would look kind of weird, but I guess it would give it a little bit of a design element. I don't know, whatever. The question I had though was, should I do something like, man, I just gonna step on that spike there because I was accidentally in stealthy mode. Should I do something like this? Or I essentially make kind of what I did over here and I just make a little corner attachment. I think I will put that one in place. And then we can attach all of those guys to these. The only problem is we end up with this little blind spot over here. I mean, theoretically from this side we'll be able to hit it, and theoretically from this side we'll be able to hit it. I don't know how far I want to go out with these just yet, so maybe what I'll end up doing is just going to the sides, like all the way just across like this, and then we stop right there. Let me drop down. I want to see... I'm okay with that. I mean, I realize this is kind of a waste of materials, but I'm okay with this. This looks alright. It's a little weird. I get it. It is a little weird. But there's a little bit of a design element to it. Not much, but a little bit. I mean, if we really wanted to continue the design, we could take that up. I mean, now remember, some of this stuff is going to be destroyed later on, so I got to be kind of careful about making sure that I wait until all this stuff is set before I start destroying all the wood, because, you know, problems and all. But then I guess we should probably do a similar thing over here on this one, because, well, you know, zombies and all. I think this platform is a little smaller. We ended up with a little more space over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's in part because of how I did this, so I guess that's really all it is. Alright, well, here, let's do the same thing then. We're going to hang some frames. I'm going to go down one, and then we're going to go up one. And then we'll go ahead and hang these guys. 1, 2, 3, and we're not going to go any lower than that, or any higher than that, rather. 2, 3. And I know, I could use bars or something like that. The reason I'm doing this is because concrete is plenty. I don't really want to deal with steel. Like having to do steel to repair that. That just seems like kind of a mess to me. So I'm opting for a slightly easier to repair with material. That's really where the decision comes down to. That's really all it's about. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing on this side. I'm going to fall off, because why not? It is pretty crazy being able to place those blocks like that. That is kind of nice. It really is kind of handy, I gotta admit. And then we should be able to jump. Hey. No. There we go. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I can make this jump. And we'll just kind of come across here like this. This ended up being nowhere near enough of these guys. We need more of them if we want to do the other side. I mean, at this point, this one has both sides. This side over here should probably be done so that we have this side over here, but we're not going to have enough of the blocks for right now. I do think I want to take those all the way up just for a design element. Just for the aesthetics. I think that would look nice to do that. I'm going to grab the wire tool for right now, though. We'll at least kind of get this stuff wired up. So you're going to go across to right here. And then you're going to come across to here. No? Thank you. Appreciate that. And then you're going to go over here. And unless I'm mistaken, these work just fine when going through blocks. Which makes my life much easier, because then I can put up a bunch of big old concrete blocks over here and it doesn't matter. Because that is pretty much the plan, in some way, shape, or form. We'll jump across over here. And we'll come across right there. And then the last thing we're going to need to do, we're going to probably need another relay. I mean, this one might reach, but I think it would look nicer to maybe put another relay right under here. And maybe, I don't know, do we really need to put another one right here to just connect it around the corner and then connect it? Not really, but it would look a little nicer. I mean, I guess really the best way to do it would be to bury all this stuff or have it all encased in concrete, and that way the zombies can't do anything about it. But alas, I don't know. For the time being, just to see what the load is on the system, I want to see if this will... It's not going to reach. It's going to reach just fine, so I want to see what the load is on the system. I honestly didn't think that would reach. I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, it's ugly, but I don't know. I might be fine with it. 67 watts is what this is using right now. Now, keep in mind, can I not... Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure you can electrify yourself. I've done it many times. Are you not... You're running. What's going on here? Why aren't you working then? That should be powered. What am I missing, cat? There's nothing to interact with to make that do something. I can crouch. My head should be hitting it now. Top of my head. Why is that not working? Uh-oh. I think I broke something. As best I can tell, I think I broke something. Well, that's going to be a problem. I might have to let this go for a little while and figure out what I did. I am curious. My trigger plate is gone, or I would test this guy. I broke something, kitty. I've never had... There we go. Well, that was unexpected. That scared the crap out of me. So why isn't that one working? That one works just fine. Okay. And this one works just fine. And that one works just fine. I know, I'm totally killing myself here. I do see that, okay? I do see that. Why isn't that one working, though? The other ones are working just fine. I have a defective post somewhere. Or something. I mean, how are you? You work just fine. probably should be careful here. I might end up literally killing myself. Let me use one of those. Just to be on the safe side. Here, I'm going to give it just a couple more seconds, and I'm going to go test this one out. I bet you this one works just fine. I knew it. So what is wrong with the one? What is wrong with my primary one? I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm not sure how to fix it. Here, can I don't have any of that stuff. All right, good. I used what I had. So why is that one broken? I don't know, Cat. I don't have an answer for that. This one is broken, but it sure looks like all of the others are working just fine. It has power. I mean, clearly the whole thing has power. It wouldn't be working if it didn't have power. Why is that one broken and the others are not? It doesn't have to do with the direction they're facing, because they're all facing the same direction. The post, that is. I don't know. That's kind of a problem, because that's going to be the first one to slow the zombies down and do a little damage. Well, I don't know. I got nothing, Cat. All I know is that the concrete is starting to set, and once it does, then we can probably blow up the roof without too much concern, and then, you know, place a few more blocks and all that jazz. That is really bizarre to me. I don't know. I'm going to leave that one to you. You tell me why that one's not working. I'm at a loss. I don't know why it's not working. I know why it's not working now. It's because I turned off the generator. I don't know why it's not working when the generator's on, and all of the other ones are. I'm truly at a loss on that. I don't know what the deal is with that. That is something else, but I do know that it is day 39, and we're going to have a horde in here in a few days, so I would really like to have my electric fences working. That would be great. That would be great to have them all working. So for right now, I'm just going to finish placing all these blocks. I'm not doing anything special with them. You see what I'm doing. I'm just building out. So I'll catch you on the next one. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later.